Before we proceed, a strong warning is advised. The following account is presented for educational and entertainment purposes only. This is the verbatim federal courtroom testimony from the Sean Diddy Combs trial, as reported by Inner City Press. When Jamie Foxx entered the courtroom, an unprecedented hush fell over the room. No one could have predicted the bombshells he was about to unleash. For months, whispers had clung to Jamie Foxx like a shroud. A mysterious medical emergency, cryptic Instagram posts, a baffling silence from close friends, and chilling rumors of an attempt on his life. But now, under solemn oath, and before the scrutinizing eyes of the world, Jamie was tearing down the veil. He was naming names, pulling back the curtain on the dark secrets he witnessed inside Diddy's infamous gatherings, and exposing the sinister truth veiled by the industry's most powerful elites. With a voice that remained remarkably steady despite his visibly trembling hands, Jamie declared, "This wasn't merely a health scare. This was a chilling warning, and I survived it." What followed was a testimony brimming with damning secrets they had sworn would remain buried, from conveniently missing footage and substantial hush money to direct threats from those who commanded him. Stay quiet, or you're next. This is no mere conspiracy theory. This is Jamie Foxx's unvarnished story, and it may well prove to be the most explosive revelation of the entire trial. Jamie Foxx approached the witness stand, a tailored black suit draped over a frame that seemed to bear the full weight of the storm he had weathered. The courtroom was gripped by an almost tangible anticipation. He had not spoken publicly since his bewildering hospitalization, and now, in lieu of a carefully crafted press release, his words were delivered as sworn testimony. "They told me not to come here," he began, his voice strangely calm. "They said if I talked, I wouldn't make it to the courthouse." His statement landed like a physical blow, a sudden, brutal impact. Jamie's voice did not waver, yet the sheer gravity of his words permeated every corner of the room. He fixed his gaze directly upon the jury. "But I've already been through hell, and if I don't say this now, I may never get another chance." Jamie then meticulously explained that long before the so-called medical emergency, something far more sinister had begun to unfold. He started noticing he was being shadowed. "Same black SUV, different cities, and no license plates," he recounted. "I knew I was being watched. I just didn't know why. Yet." He then detailed an alarming incident just days before his collapse. "There was a confrontation on set. Someone I didn't know tried to shake me down for $35,000. Said they had footage of me at a party and that it could change everything if it got out." Jamie clarified, "I didn't know what the footage was, but I knew who sent them." He immediately called the police, and the individual was removed. But the message, he stated, was terrifyingly clear. Someone wanted leverage, and someone wanted silence. He further testified that for weeks prior, he had been bombarded with anonymous texts from strange, unknown numbers, bearing chilling messages like, "Don't forget who made you," and "You've seen too much." He initially dismissed them as a twisted prank, but when his assistant received an email explicitly referencing Jamie's daughter by name and detailing the school she attended, he understood the gravity of the threat. "That's when I told my people, if anything happens to me, don't call it an accident. And if I go down, make sure the truth doesn't." His testimony was delivered not with anger, but with surgical precision. It was controlled, like a man who had rehearsed this harrowing moment 1,000 times in the solitude of his mind. "I almost died. And not because of a random stroke, or a vaccine, or some medical complication. I almost died because I knew too much, and I started asking the wrong questions." Jamie paused, a heavy silence hanging in the air, before delving into what he termed the real beginning of the end. He explained that just a few days after the brazen extortion attempt on set, he began to feel profoundly off. Not tired, not sick, just like something was fundamentally wrong inside me. But I couldn't explain it. He testified that on the very morning of his medical collapse, he awoke disoriented, struggling to articulate words clearly, plagued by an intense, crushing pressure in his chest and neck. "I couldn't move my arm, I couldn't talk. I was looking at people, trying to ask for help, and no words were coming out." His security team rushed him to the hospital, where the initial diagnosis remained vague. Possible neurological event, stroke, seizure, They didn't know. But, Jamie affirmed, I knew it wasn't natural. What followed were weeks of an unsettling silence. His family issued a statement thanking fans and requesting privacy, but offered no specific details. Even his closest friends were deliberately kept out of the loop. Jamie revealed the chilling reason. Because I didn't trust anyone. Because in that hospital, while they were poking and scanning me, I realized this wasn't over. It had just started. He then disclosed that police detectives visited him at the hospital shortly after his recovery began. Their purpose was not merely to check on his health, but because an anonymous tip had been called in, alleging that Jamie believed he had been poisoned. I didn't say the word, he clarified to the jury, but someone close to me did. They overheard me telling my doctor, I feel like I was given something. He admitted the tests were inconclusive, but he remained unconvinced that nothing happened. You don't need hard proof, he stated, his voice resonating with conviction, when your body screams that it was attacked. Jamie then shared that during his hospitalization, his phone mysteriously vanished. His personal journal also disappeared. And his home security footage from the night before he was hospitalized? Gone. My team went to pull it, and the system had been wiped clean. Then, in a chilling whisper, he added, I felt like I died. And maybe that was the goal. The courtroom remained utterly still. The prosecution cast a quick glance at the jury, who sat stone-faced, hanging on his every harrowing word. So when people asked why I didn't post a hospital selfie, because I wasn't playing into that. I wasn't about to pretend I was okay when I knew I was almost gone. Jamie took a deliberate breath and then uttered the name that would send shockwaves around the world. Sean Combs, Puff Daddy, Diddy. He stared directly ahead, his voice unwavering as he continued, That's who I believe wanted me quiet. He explained that over the years, Diddy had extended numerous invitations to his private parties. Initially, they were merely networking events. Cool vibes, big names, expensive champagne. You know how it is. But over time, Jamie testified, the invitations became more exclusive and increasingly disturbing. They'd say, no phones. They'd ask you to sign something, NDAs, but not just about what you saw, about who was there and who was with who. Jamie described the parties as possessing an energy unlike anything he had ever experienced. There were back rooms, velvet curtains, people escorting others into dark corners, and I saw people I recognized. Politicians, athletes, actors doing things I knew they didn't want public. He firmly stated, I never participated. It felt wrong and I wasn't going to get caught up in it. But, he explained, that was the problem. When you don't play the game, you become a threat. He revealed that after he declined to attend a particular party in 2022, someone from Diddy's inner circle confronted him. You acting brand new, they'd said. You forgetting who helped you out early on. Jamie initially brushed it off, but later, he started receiving pressure from mutual friends to stop bringing up stuff in interviews. They didn't like that I joked about the parties or mentioned certain names. Jamie also described a specific incident where he witnessed a well-known male artist emerge from one of Diddy's parties looking utterly traumatized. This dude was shaking, Jamie recounted, said he saw something in a back room that made him never want to come back. The artist never spoke publicly about the incident, but Jamie remembered that moment with chilling clarity, fearing he was next. As Jamie's testimony concluded for the day, he uttered a statement that left the courtroom in stunned silence. If I didn't speak now, I'd be part of the silence. And silence is what they've used to control everyone. But I'm done being quiet. Jamie Foxx's voice dropped, leaning into the microphone. This is the part that's haunted me for years, he confessed, because what I saw didn't make sense until I looked back. He began by referencing a seemingly innocent interview clip that had gone viral, the one where he casually joked that Nick Cannon had once slept on his couch at age 13. It was a laugh, a memory, but then I realized how deep it really went. Jamie looked out at the jury. Nick wasn't just crashing, he was escaping. He described how Nick had confided in him about strange encounters and being introduced to the industry in ways that made him profoundly uncomfortable. Jamie recalled Nick telling him,